What's up, guys? Cube Trade. Today is May 8th, and yet another great day. Two wins. We did not get my short look. The pre-market plan was right in terms of targets, just the way that we ended up setting it up. My areas of interest were a bit off, but again, the short plan worked, and then we found the buy model, and all the targets were met. Testimonials for today, I ended up coming out with a nice profit. We had Caesar, nice profit as well. He took the longs, and then he took the PM shorts, which is great stuff. My pre-market plan. Right, I said clear buyers. I want to see us retrace into the 4 hour and then find buyers to these targets. These targets were met, but it ended up being a bit weird. I said for me to look short, I want to see aggressive sellers through the 4 hour and then target these levels. Right, did not get hit. Now I was saying likely it would be a shorter price because we're overall bullish. So targets were met, just the way it delivered was a bit off. I wanted to see the market dip back into this 4 hour off the open and then find buyers to my target. It ended up selling off a bit lower, but it is okay because we had area of interest there. So we had a 1 hour fair value gap at that area of interest. And then target wise, right, I was looking at 20,227, 20,262, and previous week high at 20,276. Right, so we're looking at this high, which is going to be my 262 target. And then obviously go on the weekly time frame. Our main draw is going to be that previous week's high. My fault, not previous week's high. Wait, no, it is previous week's high. I'm on the daily, my bad. Here, previous week's high, boom. Right? Yeah, previous week's high. Those are my two targets. Again, looking for a daily high and then previous week's high, as we had failed to hit it overnight. Coming into the session, we ended up seeing that we did not get the 4 hour fair value up. We had a really choppy consolidation, and then we ended up sweeping lower. And I liked this buy model because now we have draws, lunch hour draws to the 1 hour. And obviously on the 15-minute, we have accumulated buy side here. So I did not end up getting a very clear entry. Usually we would try to find an entry at the inverse or at a bullish gap, but we didn't really get any clear price. I think this inverse is okay, but I just didn't like the price action. So I stay disciplined, and we ended up, missing out on the first initial move. But again, right, staying confident with your analysis, staying confident with your targets, right? My true draw and my true trade is going to be the previous week's high. These targets, the daily high and the previous week's high. Plenty of space. So I took a bit of a different model as I was just confident, right? So I waited for the dip back into a higher time frame. Fair value gap ended up being a 5-minute. Once I saw the buy and flip, so once we dipped into this level and found the flip, I waited for the next candle. And once we found the buy, I got in at 20,070 and I placed my stop here at the wick low. I was looking for what? Efficient delivery. Why is it okay for me to look for efficient delivery? Because we had consolidation, because we were slow, and we set up a full swing model. And overall, it has been a bullish market. We respected the 1 hour. And the 1 hour bearish that we end up seeing, when we come to test it, the 1 hour bearish here, we absolutely ripped straight through it. So I was totally comfortable taking a bit of a different trade. And man, that thing absolutely smoked up 100 and something points. Obviously, scale break even at this internal high and let it rip. But that was the trade. More of a lunch hour setup. But yeah, staying confident with my targets. We knew we were bullish overall, and we just waited for what? Let the market show you that it wants it. Once it clearly showed me it wanted it, and then we let it rip. Okay, nice win. Coming into the PM, we ended up having a classic model for us, which is when you see a overall clear trend day. Once PM session rolls around 10 a.m. Pacific, I am looking for the shorter price. And your shorter price targets are very simple. We have a huge imbalance. So, did we end up aggressively buying higher? No, we did not. So we can say that it makes sense for the market if it finds selling to a price to the 1 hour fair value gap and then the 15-minute fair value gap, right? That was that PM trade that Caesar took, right? And then when can I confirm that we are ready to reprice? Once we start to see the consolidation come in, and we're not making aggressive, like this is aggressive buying, this is aggressive buying, we're starting to slow down, and then we see the sweep, and I'm looking for a respected fair value gap. Once I saw that we had respected this 1 minute fair value gap and then inversed this respected 1 minute, this was our short entry. Bam. Put stop loss at that candle high, and then our TP is going to be internal low, and then the 1 hour and the 15 minute. You can always count on this model. This is my classic PM model. If I see a clear sell-off, if I see a clear buying day, I'm looking for a PM reversal to a price into a higher time frame fair value gap. And you could have ended up getting a 15-minute model / 1 hour model on the longs as well, right? Could have been the respect there, and then we started to shift. Could have been entry at this fair value gap or this gap, stop loss at the wick low, and it could have been a nice, scale break even win here. This trade actually plays pretty nicely. Yeah, pretty nice. Which is just our 15 and 5 minute model. Again, only difference today is I did not usually wait for respect and then inverse or bullish. Here, I was so confident in my draws and in the freaking absolute clear buying that I just got in, and I had a measured risk, and obviously risk to work was great there, and a great quality win. PM win, 2 for 2. Overall, a great quality day. That's going to be it for May 8th recap. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join the Discord, we have a link in the bio. We'd be happy to have any and all new members. But until next time, guys, peace out.